Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the exclusive interview of Mark A. Wilson, better known as Mark Payne Wilson. This interview was conducted solely on the idea of Mark becoming the second personal assistant of P. Diddy. Let's get started. First, state your name for the record. Yes, my name is Mark A. Wilson. Born and raised in the Bronx, New York City. Now living in Atlanta, Georgia. What experience do you have to qualify to be P. Diddy's assistant? My experience entails working with Michael Bivins of New Edition on a New Edition reunion tour, working as a marketer and promotion, giving out t-shirts, giving out pants, jogging suits, socks, stuff like that. So I kind of did some personal work with him on the road, as well as work with him in the studio and other small little things. P. Diddy says you have to have a college degree. I believe that you have to have a college degree. What I believe is you have to have experience. You have to know how to market. You have to know how to sell yourself. And you have to know how to work around people that know how to market themselves. I believe that P. Diddy is a marketing genius. You know, he's very aggressive, he's optimistic, and he knows what he wants to do. So I also have experience of being around people of that genre. So I know what they're looking for. They're looking for something creative, something different, and they're looking for someone to help them advance to the next level. So all you have to have is experience and know about music, know about business. Be smart, be tactful, be on time, be on point, and most of all, trustworthy. If P. Diddy was out all night and a very personal call came in, what would you do and how would you handle it? First of all, I'd make sure I got detailed information as to who called in, what time it was, what the situation was, why they were calling, how important the call is. Well, every call is important. I treat every call as being very important. And making sure that the message is promptly delivered as soon as I can get a chance to talk to Sean, to Puffy, so he'll know exactly who called, what time the call was made, and how he should react to that phone call. No matter what he says, he is the boss. He must receive that phone call. He must always get his messages, no matter what. You must always do what you can to make sure he gets his messages, because everything that he receives is very personal, it's very important, and he deserves to have that type of treatment regarding his business. If P. Diddy had to get on a flight at 6 o'clock a.m. and came in from a party at 5 o'clock a.m., what would you do if he told you he was too tired to catch a flight? Now, Puff, I'm sad to say it, but you would have to get on that flight. No matter how tired you are, no matter how much partying you've done all night, you will have to get on that flight. Every flight, every move you make is very important. You being the person that you are and the status that you're on, you must always make sure you are on time and prompt. People look at that. People are always going to focus on your promptness, what time you're there, how you addressed it, and, you know, no matter what, you always got to be on time. You always got to be at your appointments, you know, because that's important. The general public is always looking at you, and they want to make sure that you're always there. When you are there, you increase in value. That's how I see things. You always increase in value whenever you are there. Remember that. If Kimora Lee or Russell Simmons called to see P. Diddy, who would you book first? They're both VIPs. If I can book them both at the same time and have them both sitting there at the same time, talking with you at the same time, I would book them at the same time. But unfortunately, one person has to be picked over the other. And of course, you know, Russell started it all. Russell is the father of everything, and I'm pretty sure that you and Russell have a very close relationship. And I know that you and Kimora also have a very close relationship. But I know that being that the person you are, you would want to sit down with Russell, if anybody, because he is more like a mentor or tutor to you. And I know that you would appreciate if he came in to sit down and talk with you. Not saying that Kimora is not important. You know, she's just as important. But I know that Russell is like a mentor to you. So I would book Russell first to come in and see you before you actually spoke with Kimora. What kind of background do you have in music? I've been producing for almost 21 years now. I have worked with Michael Bivins of New Edition. I wrote 2 songs on the Hootie Mac album. Actually, I wrote Mike's rap part for the Hootie Mac and for Lovely on that Hootie Mac album. I'm sorry, Above the Rim. I wrote lyrics for Above the Rim. I also worked on a project for Warner Brothers called Songs of My People, which was ran by Quincy Jones, starring all of the artists on Warner Brothers Records. I was the drum percussionist on that production, which starred Roger Troutman, Gerald Levert, Teddy Pendergrass, Cheryl Pepsi Riley, and a host of other major artists on Warner Brothers Records. I also worked with the group Riff. I did a couple of tracks with them. I worked with MC Brains. I worked with ABC. And hopefully, you know, I worked with a lot more people. I worked with Mag 7 as well. I'm sorry, I forgot to put that in there, which was another group that was managed by Michael Bivins in 1998. And since then, I've just been producing and still trying to make things happen producing-wise, and, you know, just trying to keep ideas fresh and trying to come up with a whole new sound. So, you know, that's my musical experience. How would you help P. Diddy to advance to the next step in his career? Now, I know that Puffy wants to be an actor. I know that he wants to star in an action film. I know that he would want to be the next 007. Now, Puffy, me and my wife, we write movies as well. Me and my wife wrote a movie called Flying Ghetto Style that we worked on. We never finished the project, but, you know, one day we'll finish it and, you know, we'll put it out there. But we have a host of very great ideas that will help you and mold you and shape you into being a good actor and having good storylines and, you know, having your own, maybe in the future, production company or film production company, that way you can shoot your own films instead of worrying about, you know, other people recruiting you for their films. You can have a team of people to come in and help you create ideas for different types of films. You know, I see you as an action-adventure character, but for a certain idea, which I have, which I wrote, which is an excellent idea. So hopefully, if you and I sit down and collaborate, I can share that idea with you, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said, or like I am saying now, I'm an optimistic, just like you are. I like to vibe. I like ideas. I like to come up with new concepts. So hopefully you and I can sit down and come up with some new concepts and some new ideas to try to get the ball rolling.
We gon' keep the mic smoking, keep the competition back and choking. In the street cats, we gon' keep them all frozen and keep the ball rolling. We gon' keep the mic smoking, keep the competition back and choking. In the street cats, we gon' keep them all frozen and keep the ball rolling. Can't fix it, it was never broken. New York's on lock and we keep the streets smoking. Bad boy up in the tabloid, fabricate this and we market cash for it. Ain't nobody eating, keep it peeking. Made another meal cause we caught y'all sleeping. It's funny how we do it like that. Tops down, sunny when we do it like that. Can't catch us, it's the gingerbread man. So melodic like a singer get, man. Peep the beat, time for street. Bad boy said it, just following the heat. Come get it was destined to happen. No slacking, this is my passion. And let's get it like